What's up, Steven? This is Will Guillory from The Athletic. Just what was your reaction to moving on from Oklahoma City? You spent so much of your career there, and what was it about this situation that made you want to commit to that extension before even getting on the court with these guys?
Well, it's all part of the business, you know what I mean, getting traded in there. And that isn't really the difficult part. The difficult part is the relationships that you build within it, and then then you have to move on. But mate, it's not like I died or anything, you know. Like I'm gonna see them again, so I mean that's fine. It ain't that sad. But yeah, it was a good time in OKC. But in terms of just coming here, man, it's just like a exciting team. Um, Stan's an old school dude, I mean, old school guy, and I just like that, man. You know what I mean? So I feel like I could learn a lot from him. Yeah, hence the extensionis. Sounds like a Harry Potter spell, mate.
Hey, Stephen, this is Christian Clark with NOLA.com. Getting to hear David Griffin talk a little bit yesterday. You know, I think they wanted you here a couple of years, not only because of what you do on the court, but, you know, the leadership you can provide. Just what is kind of your approach, you know, coming into a new situation where I think, you know, it's expected that you are going to be, you know, kind of a leader and maybe, you know, even a mentor to some of the younger players?
Yeah. So sorry, but in a nutshell, is it just what is my approach to this upcoming season? Is that fair to say? Is that a fair question? Does that sum it up or not?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, the main thing for me is like it's always been my approach, man. Is just go with the coach, understand what we need done as a team, and then what I can contribute, and then I just focus in on those things, right? Obviously, I'm going to share whatever experience or knowledge that I have, but it won't be just me. There's many other players. I mean, there's a team. I don't have all the answers. I would never claim I have all the answers or anything, right? So it's one of those things where like it's a cooperative, right? We're in a competitive environment, but as a team, we need to be very cooperative. You know, teach each other stuff and whatnot, right? Everyone has a voice in the team. And that's always been my approach, mate. So yeah, just go in there and do what I can. I know that sounds vague and it's cliche, like yeah, I'm going to play hard and you know all that good stuff. Yeah, whatever.
Stephen, this is Jim Eichenhofer of Pelicans.com. I know you need time to practice and play with Zion before you get a feel for, you know, how you fit with him. But what were your initial impressions of him, and as far as playing against him last season, and what do you think of just his ability and his potential going forward?
Yeah, I mean, his potential's definitely up there. I mean, he's an amazing athlete, amazing player. Yeah, and he's built. He's just built like a brick. Yeah, you know the rest. It's got to be good, man. But again, it isn't. Not to take anything away from him or whatever. It's more about like fitting into the team and how you work together with all of them. Like it isn't just Zion, if that makes sense, right? It isn't just two players. There's your guards and there's your wings, and then how they play defense, how they move, what do they look for. There's all those that come into it. It's not so much that, if that makes sense. It's more how am I gonna just the best I can get that team chemistry going with them if possible. Yeah, and again, just trying to just help them in whatever way I can for all players, all equal.
Thank you.
Steven, this is Shamit Dua from Bourbon Street Shots. A lot of the teams you were on in OKC were good at both offensive rebounding and transition defense. Yesterday, Coach Stan mentioned that there's going to be a lot of focus on transition defense. What's your opinion on balancing the two?
Balancing the two. I mean, it can be done. I usually blame the guards because the bigs we get blamed for everything else. So transition defense, mate, it's on the guards usually. That's my mindset. So the bigs will come in and like obviously try and steal another position, and then the guards got to get back. You know, that's typically how it goes. But if you're talking about like you know, this team and whatever, there may be some games where you won't want to push too much on the offensive rebounding end, right? If they are like a really, I don't know, they want to shoot within 18 seconds of the shot clock, you know, just really quick trigger stuff, then most likely you want to get back. You know, I mean, it's just not worth it. It depends though. It depends on the team. Every team is different, and you know, you don't come in with the same strategy every single time. You need to make a little bit of adjustments here and there for the greater good of the team. Man, I'm corny, eh? That's corny, man. That's good.
Hey, this is Doug Mouton at WWL TV in New Orleans. You said a few minutes ago it's a really exciting team. From your viewpoint, why?
Why is it an exciting team? I don't know. You don't think so? You don't agree?
Yeah, no, I do, but I need you to say it. Yeah, like what about this team do you
I mean,
find
it's one of those teams, man, where it's just like you have great talent all around, right? New coach, and it's just like it's not new enough to that it's like a completely new rebuild, right? But it's something that like you could see. I don't know. For me, you could see where this could potentially go, like, but it isn't like a complete new rebuild, if that makes sense. You could say that that's exciting if you want, but I'm not seeing it like that. This one's great. You have great talent, great young players, like some good vets. Yeah, it's just exciting stuff. Even just being a day in here, man, the culture here is it's solid, man. It's nice. It's good stuff.
Hey, Stephen, I'd like to first of all welcome you to New Orleans. As for the question, mate, I'm curious. David Griffin made an interesting point yesterday saying that basically you have like an on-off switch. On the court, you're as ferocious of a competitor as there is. But off of it, nobody would know that about you as a person. So basically tell fans here in New Orleans that don't really know much about you, where would you say you get that ultra level of intensity? Does it come back, or does it go all the way back to your enormous sized family, or whatever you feel like sharing there?
Man, intensity. I don't know. I don't realize that about myself. I don't know. It's just a competitive environment, mate. I'm just trying to win, trying to do my job well. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could link it up to all my family and background, whatever you want to do, mate. So yes. But yeah, I mean, I like to chill out off the court. You know what I mean? I'm not constantly like, you'll get too tired. So yeah.
What's up, Stephen? This is Will Guillory from The Athletic. A lot of the talk.
Second question, eh, mate?
Ain't trying to get it in, man. So
no, good.
So a lot of the talk after you came here was, having you and Zion together, and how different that is compared to the rest of the league, where so much of the league wants to have four guys on the outside, and you guys will be more bruisers, more in the paint. So what do you feel about the having a front court tandem that wants to play that style rather than the way a lot of the rest of the league wants to play?
Man, I don't know, mate. At this point, mate, I'm not even sure if I'm starting. So let's, I mean, I haven't actually gotten any sort of like, so let's just keep that off the table, right, for now. Because you can't assume, mate. You can't assume. Again, this is what comes with trying to do whatever you can for the team, right? So I don't have any like real perspective on like that whole, four guys out and whatnot. But you can make it work, Stan Van Gundy, he's a smart guy, mate. He'll make it work, whatever way he needs to. I'll just follow him.
Hello, Stephen. Christos Sales from Greece. I would like to ask you how important for you is to bring the right chemistry, to be a good teammate for your teammates, and to bring the right chemistry in the team.
How important?
How important for you is to be a good teammate on and off the court, and to bring the right chemistry for your team.
I mean, it's one of the most crucial parts of coming together as a team. Just teamwork in general, not even just basketball. You have to have some sort of two-way street going. They do that as if you spend time with your teammates and all that sort of stuff, right? But that's the most important thing, just so at least you could problem solve much faster, when they do you know, when problems do come up, you could actually just solve them right off the bat. And you've already broken the ice, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if you heard that term before, but just means that it's just open. There's no awkwardness or anything like that. You could just tell them out. So, I mean, that's one of the main things. And again, I'm not pro at any of this stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, all I could do is just give it a go. Hopefully, be accepted.
Hey, Stephen, Andrew Doak from CBS in New Orleans. Welcome to the city. You seem to embrace Oklahoma City and your market more than maybe other guys to their respective markets in the NBA these days, and just seem to be very loyal and just wanted to basically ingrain yourself in the city as much as you could, it seemed like. Is that fair to say? And what made you want to do that? And is that a part of your personality that really loves to be feeling like you're a part of the city and amongst the people?
Well,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. And no, it's a good point, mate. Because there's one thing that you know, as a player, you obviously just play basketball. You know, there's that. But then again, you also got to think bigger than that, larger. That you're representing a city, right? And then also the city's like history as well. That's like the main thing. So you have to really look at that and then understand what type of you know, how you need to hold yourself, you know, because people, that's why that's why fans really want to like kind of get to know you, just to make sure that you're a good dude. You're representing them, right? So there's no like you know, it's not like a playground sort of thing. It means a lot to people, and so yeah, it shouldn't be taken too lightly. And so I mean I do the best I can to try and, you know, represent them. And it's not just that. I know that I'm representing New Zealand as well, like my own country. A lot of international people think like this also. I'm not like some anomaly. I always struggle with that word, mate. But it is like, you know what I mean? They just want to represent their country well, make sure that, you know, yeah, that they're representing really, really well. And so I guess that ties into what you just said with the whole ingrained sort of thing. It's, yeah, just, yeah. If that makes sense.